So what if the key to your future, let's say a really important college exam, was locked behind a door you just couldn't open? Today, we're going to dig into a story about how one simple partnership found the key, unlocking a massive opportunity for thousands of students by breaking down a single invisible barrier. I mean, just imagine this for a second. You study for months, you're ready to go, ready to earn valuable college credit, only to find out you can't. And not because you weren't prepared. No, it's just because of your zip code. For thousands of students, this wasn't a hypothetical, it was their reality. Now, this exact challenge was front and center for one key organization, Brigham Young University's Foreign Language Achievement Testing Services, or as we'll call them, FLATS. So what does FLH do? Well, they provide this incredible service, especially for high school students. If you pass one of their language tests, you can get actual college credit before you even step on campus. Think about that. It's a huge, affordable head start on your degree.
And listen, this isn't some tiny niche program we're talking about. FLATS administers nearly 4,000 of these tests every single year. That's thousands of students whose entire educational path could get a serious boost, if they could actually take the exam.
And that's where we hit the snag. Because even though the test itself was online, a very real-world barrier was stopping tons of students dead in their tracks.
Jeremy Brown over at FLATS really put it bluntly. He said, if there were no proctors in their area, they simply couldn't take the test. Just let that sink in. Students had to find an approved proctor at a physical place. So if you lived in a rural town or just an area without one, you were totally out of luck.
And this really shows the corner they were backed into. The old in-person model had these hard limits: geography, scalability, you name it. To actually serve more students, FLATS had to find a solution that was remote, that was accessible to absolutely everyone, and of course that was totally secure.
So, this challenge sent the whole FLATS team on a hunt for the right technology partner. They needed someone who could help them finally break free from the physical chains of their own program. And they had a pretty demanding checklist too. Whatever they chose had to be super convenient for students, but it also had to have rock-solid security. It needed to be completely reliable. And just as important, it had to make the whole process simpler for their own team.
And they found it. Their answer was a partner called Proctor360. So what made it the perfect fit? Well, first, the tech just worked. It integrated smoothly right out of the box. And second, Proctor360 handled all the student payments directly. That right there took a huge administrative headache off the FLAT's team's plate.
This whole partnership created a brand new, incredibly simple process for the students. Now they just sign up for the test, click the online option with Proctor360, and then they can schedule and take the test securely from basically anywhere. And just like that, poof, the geographic barrier was gone.
Okay, so that's the setup. The big question is, did this new approach actually make a difference? Well, the results weren't just good, they were totally transformative. Get this, in just 2 years, BYU FLATS saw their test sales jump by 20%. Now that's not just growth, that's proof. Proof of the massive demand from all those students who had been locked out before. And the impact was way bigger than just sales numbers. All of a sudden, they could reach students anywhere in the country. Any tech issues got resolved way faster. And the feedback from both students and staff, it was overwhelmingly positive. The whole experience was just better.
This quote from the FLATS team really says it all. Our tests no longer require the examinee to be at school. That's a game changer. Unchaining the exam from a physical building changed everything, for their program and for the students they were trying to help. So, let's zoom out for a second. What's the big lesson we can learn from this story? Because it's about more than just one university's testing program. It's really a powerful look at the future of education itself.
The key lesson here is that for modern learners, things like convenience and cost, they aren't just luxuries, they're essential. When educational programs focus on tearing down those barriers, making things accessible and affordable, they don't just grow, they create a much more level playing field for everyone. And this whole story leaves us with a really fascinating question to chew on. As technology keeps knocking down these walls, like location and costs, what's the next frontier? I mean, really, what does the future of education look like when learning is truly accessible to anyone, anywhere?